Hey, good afternoon. Again, my YouTube families and friends out there. I am here again with a very interesting talk, a very interesting discussion about our children and parents. Yes, children and parents. Now, every child grows into a parent, and you can definitely not be a successful parent if you are never a successful child. So I really want to start on the ground that I am an example of children out there, example of kids out there, whatever they are feeling, especially the disadvantaged kids. So that is why I want to start an episode in talking about my life, in bringing the topic that says, who am I? Because what you are can make you what you become tomorrow. If you're dull today, except you step up, but you can definitely remain dull tomorrow. If you're smart today, you can definitely remain smart tomorrow. If you're clever today, you can definitely remain clever tomorrow. So that is why all of this passion, all of this initiative, all of this really comes out with this singular topic, who am I? Because who am I is the motivation I have to to be doing this, to even start this in the first place. Who am I is what stares me in the face every day. Every day I go out, every success I make, who am I? It's really what keeps me going. Because I am what I am today because of the efforts, because of the grace that was given from above, because of the divine grace that I had. And I tell you something, if you're really about to listen to this, I must tell you that if it was not the above or the grace from above, the divine grace, I would never have been what I am today. So who I am or who am I is really a passionate topic that I hold dearly. So I just want to come back to you that no matter how disadvantaged a kid might be, no matter how down a kid might be, no matter how naive a kid might be, or no matter how vulnerable a kid can be, that kid can become somebody, that kid can change the world, that kid can add a voice to the development, that kid can become somebody because of divine grace or because of the little love that a parent can share. And I tell you something, my story really is one that is coming back from the ground of lacking love in every respect. Yes. I think I'll start this topic, who am I, with a theme or with the subject of love. Because love is something I searched for growing up. Love is something I admired growing up. Love is something I craved for growing up, which I never had. I never had that love. I never had that love from parents. I never had that love from people around me because you know what? When your parent deprived you of love, then you shut your heart to love. So that's why I say this topic is not only is for both kids and parents because we are the first givers of love as parents. Now, from the day your child is born until the time he is ready to go out of the house, maybe through marriage or through travel or whatever case that might be, you are the sole custodian of the love that that child will enjoy. So if that child grows up into a lovable person, then that love came from you, the parent. So you see, that's why I say parents. We have a role, we have a responsibility towards our kids. So if I am unlovable or I grew up becoming an unlovable person, then I can't blame my parents, but I say it all started from the home. It all started from my parents because they never gave me that love. Growing up was a sad moment for me. Growing up was a sad moment for me, and because of that, I have all the friends I had by then were people of really that sorrowful type. Yes, I had sorrowful friends, people that were sorrowful because I was sorrowful myself. I was sorrowful myself. Well, I just don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong, but no matter what went wrong, I definitely cannot blame my parents, and I was really, really mad growing up because they had to blame me, so that was how it was through my primary school. I'll have to tag, or concentrate on this first episode, on my primary school. In my primary school, I can't really say I was smart, but yes, I was, because what happened when I was deprived of love, when I shut my heart, because I said, okay, if my parent can't love me, if I can't have love from home, then what I have to do is just shut my heart to love, because for all I can tell, that there is no love in the world. That was my perspective, or that was my thinking growing up, that there was no love in the world, because what is love if your parent can't show you that love? So I said, well, there was no love. So when I started my primary school, I straight away captured something, and that was, I found solace in books. Right from primary school, I found solace in books. My happiest moment growing up as a kid in primary school was to study. So nobody told me to study. Nobody would tell me to go to the study table. Nobody would tell me to do my homeworks, because who was there to tell me? If I study, that's my business. If I don't study, that's my business. The only time they will shout, go and hold your book, was when they really want to get rid of me. So I think I figured that out. That's early in life. And I said, well, yes, nobody will never tell me to go hold my book to go study. So after school, after doing my chores, all I would do is go take my book and study. And because of that, I started growing interest in books. I started reading books right from that point. I can go, if I see a novel, I will so fall in love with a novel. I had to borrow, because I cannot definitely buy one, but I had to borrow that novel, bring it home, and then if I'm done with my school work, and then I'll just bury myself in reading that novel. Sometimes I can read into the night. Sometimes I can even read unto dawn, because if the novel is really interesting and nobody is there, I kind of, I saw love in books. I saw love, because you can agree with me, parent out there, that if you are reading a very interesting article, or if you're reading a very interesting book, you just don't want to lay that book down for anything, not even for food or for sleep. So I developed that mentality right from growing up. Buried myself in my book. I can read through the night, even unto dawn sometimes. But I started finding solace in that. I started having pleasure in books. So right from that moment, I think that was how everything started. That was where everything started. In school, I read ahead. So if they say, and literature was like reading, because when you grow up to high school years, then you can start. But in primary school, I I liked reading. Reading became my best subject. So when it was time for me to read, I was like, that was my happiest moment, because then I said, I took reading as a friend. Yes, as a friend, because I never had too many friends in school. Who will befriend you when you're always undesirable? So I say, okay, books, you're welcome into my life. You're welcome to be my good friend. So yes, I started loving books, and that thing, that move started bringing me success in school, right from primary school. Right from primary school, I I can never fail because I'm always doing my homework. I'm always reading ahead. Of course, I can even go an extra mile to read other materials, read novels, and so right from there, I develop my reading skills, my reading habits, and up till date, that is my hobby. Reading is my hobby. Yeah, there's not a day that I don't read, and things that can educate me. Yes. So through primary school, I developed that, and I am grateful that I developed that this day. I am grateful. I am grateful to my parents because if they hadn't deprived me of the love I was so dying to have, I wouldn't have diverted my attention that has taken me this far. So I'm really, really grateful. So this is just a little I want to give you. The parents out there, don't deprive your children of love. Because if you do, they will search for love in the wrong places. I was lucky that I had to look for love in books. But how many children out there will look out for love in books? Because the world has grown, really grown, and there are so many undesirable things out there that our children can easily fall in love with. You go to the net, they can just fall in love with pornography. They can just fall in love with nudity and all of that. So you see, that's why I come with this, that love is the key to parenthood. Love is the key to parenting. Love is the key that we can give our children, because if we give them love, then we'll have them in our heart. We have them to us. We have them by our side. And they'll definitely not go out looking for love elsewhere. Some children, some kids might never be lucky. You deprive them of love, they are gone for life, because you definitely put your head into things that you never be able to take them off from, and that will destroy them. So I want to leave you with this. Through my primary school, now that I was deeply in love with books, when I come to you next, I am going to tell you how I graduated from my primary school to my secondary school and what kept me on to my high school and what kept me on. I'll definitely I'm going to come to you with that. So parents, don't relent in loving your kids. And hey, kids out there, if you have the opportunity to watch this, I want you to know that despite anything, you are loved by your parents. Despite anything, you are loved by the people around you. Despite anything, you are loved by the Lord God Almighty. And just in case you don't have that in your parents, just in case you don't have that love in the people around you, just in case you don't have that love in the community where you live, I don't want you to look for love in the wrong places. You can take my example. Because if you fall in love with books, if you fall in love with progress, if you fall in love with success, then you're never going to regret it. That will be the best love can give you. That will be the best you can have in life. Because then your parents who deprived you of the love you are dying for will definitely appreciate you someday. They will definitely fall in love with you someday. So I say, don't look for love in the wrong places, but look for love in the right places. And my prayer for you all out there is that kids get the love that they deserve, and we parents give them the love that they deserve. So, all parents out there, I say, hold on to your kids because they are your future. Whatever you invest in them, whether love or anything, just you know that they'll definitely reciprocate when they grow up. And for those without, I want you to know that God is still on the throne and He will surely bless you with your own bundle of joy in not too distant a time. So keep keeping on and keep holding on because He is on the throne and He will definitely bless you. Till I come to you with episode 2 of Who I Am or Who Am I want you to stay blessed because when next I come, I am going to tell you how I graduated from that level to another level. So till I come back to you, I say, I love you and God bless you. And for liking and subscribing and commenting on this video, I would really need to appreciate you because this is what will keep me going. Till I come back, I say God bless you and I love you.